Okay, you're going to need a piece of cardboard cut to fit this inside section as exactly as you can. Because once again, you want to reinforce the bottom of your book purse so it doesn't sag in the middle. Okay? Then you're going to want a little closure. So I just made a little fabric button, tied a piece of ribbon. That's going to go on one side, and this is going to be your ribbon close, your button closure that your button will fit through, so you can keep your purse closed. And what happened to my other little pieces? I'm missing some pieces. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here they are. Okay. And you're going to need 4 additional strips of ribbon, because those are going to be for your handles. And I actually just got these handles from some other project that I was working on that I didn't use or start on yet. So you know where your handles are going to go for your book purse, and you need to put your button. You're going to glue that down to the middle, and you're going to glue this down to the other side. You're going to fold each of these in half because you want to, well, don't fold it quite yet. You want to glue it down. Well, you want to take it through the handle hook there. You set your button pieces aside. So you can do this one of 2 ways. You can mark it to be centered, or you can, of course, eyeball it. I'm going to go ahead and mark it where I want it to go. You're not going to see this on the inside anyway. And we'll do the other one. Yep. There. So. Because this is where your handles are going to be. So there's that one. And I think I want that one to be right about there. Okay, so I know I want these glued on this side, and I'm going to glue the ones on that side as well. So with our handy dandy glue gun, just going to put a little strip of glue right here and a little strip of hot glue right there. And once again, hot glue. Be careful, it's hot. So just going to glue that down. I'm going to use a pencil. I hate hot glue. I love it and I hate it. So I have this love-hate relationship with hot glue. And just going to put that down. Okay. So I got 2 on that side. So I'm going to go ahead and thread this through. We'll do it one side at a time. That'll make much more sense. And you want to make sure the length is nice and even. So since I cut all these for the same size, that should work out perfectly. So I'm going to put a little more glue here. Because you do want it to hold. A little more glue here. And then we're just going to fold this down and let the ends meet. How about that? Looking good already. Looking real good. Okay, since I'm a stickler for overkill, I'm just going to put a wee bit more. Just a little bit. Because remember, you don't want to overdo it with glue, because then it's going to be all, what do you call it? Lumpy underneath. And who wants that? So let's put a little bit of glue here for our button closure. We'll just glue this one part down. And we're going to glue the other part to it. Hope you can see all of this. I'm sure you can. And there. So now, got those pieces on. Take all this little extra junk off. Okay. We're just going to keep working our way down. We're going to go ahead and put, oops, sorry, not our cardboard piece. There's a little bug get on there. That's what happens when you buy these old books and stuff. Okay, now we got our little wings. So let's go ahead and glue them down. And I strongly suggest when you're putting these little wings on, just scooch them in until they fill in the gaps here on this side. Because if you don't put it down far enough, you're going to have a little opening here, and that's going to not look good. So we're going to put these, we're going to glue these down, and then we're going to glue our cardboard piece on top. Now, I've seen some ways of people do this the other way, where you put the wings on top. It's entirely up to you, because this part isn't going to be seen. None of this is going to be seen exactly, actually, when you close your purse up. Okay? So, that's just going to go right in there, like that. Actually, I'm looking at this. I'm going to trim it just a wee little bit. Because I was noticing it was kind of peeking out, and I don't want that. So, there. See? That's going to look really great once it's done. So, let's keep going while we got the glue gun nice and hot. We know where we want these to go, so we're just going to put some glue there. Put that down. And because I don't want this to move, I'm going to put some hot glue here. And there. Just stick that there. Now I'm just going to put some hot glue here so we can put this cardboard piece in the middle. Since this is a cardboard piece, you can put a lot of glue. Be generous with your glue. Don't be stingy with your glue. And yeah, just going to stick that down. Give it a wee bit of pressure. Okay. Now remember, we're still working here. We got to work on this side. Oh, what are we missing here? Okay. So, once again, we're going to thread this up through here. And yeah, so pardon me if I pause for 1 minute. Okay, so we know where we want the handles to go for this side. I'm gonna play it safe here, so I'm gonna measure. So I'm going in about 2 inches on this side. Make sure that's 2 inches. Not quite 2 inches. Actually here. So yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna put my little glue right here. Okay, we know this folded in half, and I'm actually trying to work quickly here because I don't want this to totally dry up before I'm all done. So I'm gonna do this right there. Okay, we got that one down, and we know this one is going to, we're just gonna line this up fairly easily. So yep, that's gonna go right there. Now, because remember you're using recycled products, you're using old books. If you mess up, it's not that big of a deal. Actually, kind of plan to mess up, because that way you'll learn a lot through trial and error. I mean, I've tried to make this pretty straightforward for you, but you never know. So I'm just going to use my ruler and measure from here to here, because I do want this to line up. And it's not necessarily something that's easy to eyeball. So I know that I want this to go on this side right there. So we'll put a little glue here. And we're going to put that down. we're almost done. See? It's once you have all the pieces cut out and assembled, it's really easy to put it together. Okay. Now, okay. That's what happens when you get impatient. So put a little bit more glue here. Okay, hopefully that'll dry while we're working on the next thing. So I'm going to scoop this down just a wee little bit. And don't be tempted to pick this up by the handles just yet, because if it's not completely dry, then it's going to just fall apart on you. Okay, so remember now, we measured for the inside. So we're going to put glue here and here and come all the way down and around. That's going to be perfect. And now I'll also show you how to glue up those sides. But here, let's glue, go for it. And now with this, you want to be careful because you don't want your glue to be all, you don't want a bunch of lumps. And you won't want to do too much glue at once because the glue will dry before you're done. I'm actually going to go ahead and glue this down. I'm just going to tack the top part here. And I'm going to show you why. Because I want to put my wings, my edges underneath.